of the three parks, which would be a bigger one, and we're looking to place that somewhere around the zoo, being that it's already a tourist spot where families and small groups can come in to utilize the park as well as the zoo. Any questions about the company or the progress for the water spray pads? I'll be glad to answer.
Is there anything that we can look at? I've never seen one. I think they sound like fun for kids, but could we, get some information, maybe one of the little slide programs and so people know what we're talking about.
We can actually, the company that came out with the favorable recommendation has done smaller pads and larger pads, and I can pull together something so that, and as I spoke to Mr. Chairman, Mr. Marshall earlier, in the design, we have the say-so as to what we want. You can make these pads, water spray pads, as small as you want or as big as you want. There's different color canopies you can have. There's different little loops and tunnels that you can build. There's bridges that you can put. I mean, there's just a variety, but I will get together a PowerPoint to show you various styles.
I think that'd be good.
Ms. Harris, what is the timetable on getting the first park done?
My goal is to, by the end of the school year, this current school year, and the start of the summer, is to have at least one of those spray pads up and going.
I'd like to have the flagship.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark,
But if you go on with the design, we go ahead. I mean, they can be working everywhere.
Lewis.
I mean,
Correct.
as long as they don't bog you down. Somebody want to look, let them know.
And we also talked in the committee about having, if time allows and money allows as well, to have some smaller ones placed in some of the other neighborhoods outside of where we're talking about the flagship and other locations. So.
And we talk about the flagship. One thing I think we stated earlier, the Alexandria Zoo is where we're looking at for the maybe flagship.
I have to keep in mind of property that the city owns and that is big enough to put these water spray pads. So now that we've gotten, or we will work out a contract with this company for design, we can begin looking at locations, and if not directly behind or around, but it would be in the vicinity of the zoo where we can create this tourist attraction in that area.
Which is going to be the balance, and the administration got to come back and bring to us. I mean, natural fit would be directly next to or behind the zoo where kids won't have to cross the street, but I think the Gator Board is looking at doing something across the street, which we may have to look at. Maybe they want to make a donation or something. But if not, I just think it'd be so much better if we could, some shape, form, or fashion, put it adjacent to, such as contiguous to the zoo's property.
Well, and I agree with you, because right now there is an issue, and Mr. Moll and I have talked about this. The street is so wide that, trying to cross that at one time, and I know the concept that Gator is looking at would actually put sidewalks and maybe an island in the middle of the street where you could halfway cross the street. But if the property is there, closer to the zoo, and we also have to consider drainage when you talk about these spray pads. So if it's there, we can definitely look into bringing it closer.
I was saying, we talk about the zoo, we have other spots. I don't want everybody listening to say that it's just over there.
You're
by
right.
the zoo.
You're right. That would.
You know,
The zoo area would be the flagship, but we are looking at other areas.
got some other than that.
I'm kind of worried too.
Yeah, we be flooded with phone calls. Y'all keep talking about the zoo. We got more than one location.
We
on
are
the
looking at.
station, and she gonna bring them back.
Yes, we're looking at more than one area, because we want to strategically put these throughout the city where kids, the young kids, the teenagers, whomever, can walk to these spray pads and enjoy them. And you could whether spend an evening in the afternoon at the city park or the zoo, and you can take advantage there, or you just want to walk down the street from your home. So we are looking to place them strategically so everybody can utilize them. And we will bring you a nice, colorful presentation.
That'd be nice to see. I think everybody would be interested in seeing what it is. It's from what I understand, it's a lot more to it than but you would just surmise.
It's not the fountain, some people confuse it just the way you have the spray fountain that go back and forth.
No,
It's not like
it's-
that.
it's not like
These
that.
have
It's
water
more like
cannons
this.
that are interactive.
Oh, yeah.
And all kinds of
Something
stuff.
like that.
Yeah, it's not like that.
Yeah.
We're building that for Myron though, right down.
That's right. Slip and slide when I grew up on.
No, I'd just be interested in seeing one. Very good. I'm glad we're moving on in that area.
But, you know, something else I'd like to maybe look at and explore. A couple of weeks ago, they had an article on News CNN, somewhere like that, about a little girl had, her feet were burned, third-degree burns on her feet from thinking safety on those little walking paths, on some playground equipment and stuff like this. And this is stuff that's old. I know that when we start talking about new stuff, where they're getting away from it, it's more. But we might want to go back and look at in the parks and at our playground equipment. And I know over at the Bolton Community Center, where I'm at, that stuff was put out about 8 years ago, somewhere in that neighborhood. And it gets really hot. I stopped by it the other day, you know, kids in the park, and it gets hot.
Well,
We might want to look at,
just to let you know, the administration is working on taking an assessment of the facilities and what kind of repairs we need to do at this time. And Darren Green, who is the urban forester, and also Muriel Lawson, Public Works Director, she has also identified, along with Mr. Rochelle, some things that need to be upgraded and replaced. And we're taking all that into consideration as we are working on these spray pads as well. So we'll have an assessment of.
One of the things we should do, if that's a potential problem, we should require everybody to use the park wear shoes.
Well, that,
That's oversimplistic, but that may help.
yeah.
Mr.
Kids gonna
Marshall,
still be kids, you know.
Putting old feet on.
Some responsibility.
Don't go out there with them old feet.
Mr. Marshall, I'm familiar with the case that you're referring to because I too saw it on TV on the Today Show. And basically, that was a black rubber matting that was placed in a playground for safety purposes because children fall off of playground equipment, and it prevents head injuries primarily, and also the seriousness of broken bones, that sort of thing. But what it boils down to is that it's just extremely hot outside in the summertime when the sun is shining, and I don't know how many times as a child you might have slid down the slide or sat on a metal swing and burned yourself. It just gets hot, and people just simply need to exercise every precaution
Common sense.
when they're playing. And you can't protect against everything. You have to use some common sense, and we need to make people aware of that.
Yeah, again, you know, it's like when we start talking about these rubberized things that we do have, I'd like to make sure that we don't have the black matting, that it would endanger somebody's child.
That may not be the bad thing, though, is what you kind of suggest.
Yeah,
You
that's-
gotta weigh
that's
the,
what
That's kind of the trend.
Well,
The pediatricians were
Yeah,
saying.
you got a shredded type material now, shredded tires that they put into them now that it stays there, it's there, and it's permanent, but it doesn't hold heat.
we have that at the zoo right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm just saying, you know, we got something that's been around for a while, maybe double check what we got.
We'll be looking at all that when we do our comprehensive park survey that's going on right now with Darren Green. And we're going to have that complete in 4 weeks. And then the Public Works Director, the Community Services Director, the Urban Forester, and I are going to get together and look at all of those needs. And we'll be presenting something to you on that.
We're gonna take it to the street too, all right?
Yeah, we are.
Before it comes, okay.
any other questions on the water spray pads?
Appreciate it.
Okay. So you're gonna be the first one to say it.
First one out.
I'm gonna bring it.
Put an age on it.
Bring a VCR.
Good time for us to go with those metal swings like that.
Item number 2 was to discuss the boxing program at the Martin Center. And
If you like, I can comment a little bit on that if you
Yeah,
want to.
please.
Okay. I initially received 2 requests for, financial requests for boxing program in Alexandria. One of them was to be housed at the Martin Community Center, and the other was a local guy who actually has a building already, but he needed the financial support. The one to be housed at the Martin Center was for $151,000, and the other was for $110,000. We have since that time received a third request that asks of no financial support from the city, just the opportunity to have.
We
Just to
trying to agree
have
on stuff, man.
the opportunity to have the program in Alexandria, so, the mayor and I.
They want
we-
to present next council meeting.
Yes,
The third.
That's fine.
and if you would give us that opportunity to, okay.
Donna, can you put some time in for that? And we, yeah.
Okay.
I'm kind of like one of those folks, like I've stated before. In my formative years, I grew up with people that were professional prize fighters. They did quite a bit. They did quite a bit to keep kids off the streets and offered them a way to challenge their anger and frustration and to make it to avoid some of the things that we've had the last few weeks in the community. And boxing is a way out. George Foreman came way out of left, he didn't grow up in a very wealthy family. Now, Muhammad Ali and quite a few others. But I think boxing is a good idea. And I think it's something that can work.
Well, and can I just say for the record, we're not saying that these 2 programs are not great programs, but we just think we need to look at the one that is.
The free.
The only other thing I'd add to that is that the liability of the city be protected by whatever measures that we have to. I tried boxing one time, and contrary to what Louis says, it isn't fun. It hurts, and you can get hurt doing it. So I just want to be sure that whatever remedies we can take in protecting the city by sponsoring a program like this, that we take that.
I would like to just add and say this, just a couple of weeks ago at the Riverfront Center, we had Mr. Nelson and Trey Guest was present. We had at least 2,000 people that was present, and then that group of boxers in the new form of boxing and wrestling, I would say, is that we have a lot of interest from Central Louisiana and from the surrounding communities. So I think it'll be a good investment for our city and our community to involve this measure, because we don't want to lose what they're doing to another community and to take away from what they would like to do for us.
Okay.
Lafayette, Thank you. We'll be looking forward to hearing from the free guy. Any other business before public safety and transportation? Meeting's adjourned.
Very cool. Okay. 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 Okay, Mr. Guest, if you're back there, come up front.
Go on, Mr.